Welcome Tech Lovers, Ibrar here. One of my friends is looking for the backup and restore before jumping to the next chapter. He want to do R&D on their lab. So today I am going to show you the backup and restore of Jenkins to play with Jenkins without worrying any misconfiguration. This is the part 5 of Jenkins 0 to Hero series. This is going to be fast, neat and clean and production ready. No messy, no complexity. DevOps In Action challenge more focused on DevOps in easy way. You always found complexity in simplicity here. Each video guide is available in video's description. Here will be only action. A channel name is DevOps In Action. So let's jump to the live without any delay. Go in the GitHub repo and you can find out the GitHub repo link in my YouTube channel from here. Okay. So open the Jenkins 0 to Hero series and open day 05. Jenkins backup and restore either from here or you can open it from here. And here you can see the progress bar I added, which I added, then I added day there and rest of the things the same. Okay, so in the Jenkins backup and restore, I created a shell script to take a backup, and if you want to restore, then it will restore the latest one, and in between it will stop the Jenkins server, and you can see the features, prerequisites, and yes, in the configuration you need to do the configuration path. Okay. So let's say Jenkins home base, where is your Jenkins directory? So it take backup from there, and where your Jenkins data. So in the Jenkins data, it's taking from the base, and after that Jenkins data, it's backupping up data directory. And where you want to backup, you need to decide those one, and your container name you need to decide. I added all these things here, and in the shell script, once you go there is two backup and restore shell script. One is the backup and restore, this is the manual one, and this one is the cron job. So let me show you the first this one. Okay, so first you need to create the backup and restore here. Okay, let's say I already tried, but let me rename the folder Jenkins backup. I want to rename it with Jenkins backup and with the old. Okay, and now you can see here I have a file, compose file, env file, which I already covered in the previous chapter, and this is the Jenkins data directory, this is the agent directory. We are keeping backup of only the master, not the agent. So let's create the shell script and copy paste it there, save it, and here let me explain. You need to configure these variables based on your setup. Maybe you use different path in your environment, so based on that you need to change this variable. Okay, after that is creating directory and checking container exist or running and taking backup and restore, and I added a menu into that. Okay, and one more thing here, in the restore I always prefer to check the latest backup, latest zip file. You can see here, so I am looking for the latest backup. Let's say if you have multiple backup, 10 backup, 15 backup, 30 backup, in that case you can restore your latest backup without worrying, without manually entering the zip file. Okay, if you want to give your let's say any custom zip, then you can add here variable and do the path and put the zip name. That's it, right? So let's see here. Okay, base and backup and restore. Here you can see there is three options. One is the take backup, second one is the restore latest backup, and third one is the exit. So in the restore, it is always restore latest backup. So I want to take a backup first. It is checking container name, which is defined in variable here. Let me show you. Here we defined here, and after that it's stopping the Jenkins from the backup, and after that it's created the Jenkins backup directory and taken backup. Okay, and again it's started the Jenkins and computed the backup. Right, once you press the X, it will exit. Okay, let's see the backup is there or not. cd or ls, what is the folder name? Jenkins backup. Okay, Jenkins backup. You can see here we taken 2 days backup on date 4 and 12 December and 25, right? This is the time which we added. One more thing here you can do, you can customize the shell script according to your own. Okay, this is the backup done, and let's see the Jenkins. So once you go in the Jenkins and do the login here, now you can see here we taken backup of these things. Okay, now I want to delete the data. Let's say this is the Jenkins data. Okay, so here you can see compose YML. So I am doing docker compose down. Okay, I am stopping it. Once I stop it, this service gone, right? So after that I want to delete this data, and I want to show you how its restore happen. Okay, rm-rf, and I did the cleanup, and docker compose up -d. Now created the Jenkins. Once it's up, you can see here this is started from the beginning. From the beginning means it's the fresh Jenkins, right? With the help of this shell script, even you can migrate from one server to another server if you want. So you can see here this is the fresh Jenkins, but I don't want it. I want to restore the backup. Okay, so base backup and restore, and I want to restore, so choose the second option, and it's stopping the Jenkins container. After that restore this zip file which we have taken earlier backup, and after that it's started the Jenkins. Restore complete, press any key to continue. Yes, press the exit. Okay, once again when you refresh it, now you can see here your all the things available as it was in previous state, right? This is very helpful command, very helpful things for a beginner who can even do a lot of R&D in their environment, and for expert as well. If you have expertise, no worries, but you can take a backup of your environment. Okay, so one more thing here, you can see here management agent seems launching. Just you need to press trust, and that's it. Okay, you can see now management, what happened here. Let's see. Yes, agent is connected and successfully online. You can see here agent is successfully connected. Similar you can do on the same. If you have multiple agents, you need to trust your certificate. That's it after the restoring backup. Okay, and let's say if you want to run any of these things, then it will work. Okay, let's say I want to run this one and see what happened. This is the second stage. Okay, basically it won't run because I changed the management Jenkins to here only build job execute with label expressing matching this node. Okay, when you change it, then it will work. Okay, so I need to cancel it again, and once it done and again run it, you can see here it's started immediately. Okay, once you again run, it will complete, right? That's it for the backup and restore. And one more thing here I added. Let's say this is the manual backup and restore, but what if you are using on your server? Okay, I always provide you best practices considering the let's say production ready and real world example. In that case, I always make sure that you have at least production ready script. Okay, this is the manual thing, but you can also use the cron job and add your backup script. So let's say I want to make this directory first. Okay, it's done. Now I want to create this script. What it does here, there is one another script that is backup, again variable is the same, you need to change. Okay, and copy it either from here, either from here. Okay, copy it and paste it. Okay, and let's say I added, but I want to check it is working fine or not. So base and run it first and see it is taking backup or not first, and after that you need to add cron job. Okay, so for cron job you need to adjust your timing based on your requirement. So first see your server time zone, and when you want to take a backup of it, you can adjust based on your requirement. Okay, you can see here backup taken. So this is the second backup which I have taken, right? ls-als. Okay, this is the second backup which I have taken, right? And one more thing here I added tar.gz to differentiate the automatic backup and manual backup. Once you take manual backup, it's make a zip file. When you automate it, then it will create the tar.gz. So this is the again production ready awareness. You can differentiate this backup taken by manual or this backup taken by the automatic. Even you can change the name if you want, it's totally up to you. Okay, so once it done, just add the cron. Let's say cron tab -e, and here you can add script like that. You can see here I already added my proxmox backup. I am taking it after every reboot and waiting for 30 minutes, and after that executing the my proxmox backup, taking a backup and sending me the mail. So I'm not going to use because I always prefer manual backup and I don't want to do that. So just saving it. Okay, so with the help of this you can do R&D. First take a backup and do a lot of R&D, and if you do any misconfiguration, if you want to explore many things, then you just restore it. Before doing any R&D, just take a backup, and once backup done, then you can start doing R&D. And if you don't want, just restore it. That's it. So this is the very important, I think, important chapter of Jenkins Zero to Hero series for the beginners as well as for the expert who want to take backup of this container, right? So I think that's enough for this part. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any question, leave a comment. Thank you very much. Have a nice day ahead. See you in the next video.